shots through pass that set Bruno Fernandes one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he flopped his line. And the second one came again to Bruno, and he at the same time take one-on-one with the United fans out there. Having seen this game today, what do you make about your team? Do you think there's an improvement from this season from last season to what you just saw today? I mean, so Fulham only had themselves to blame on this one. They should have at least scored a goal. Transit TV, welcome back again. Yes, the EPL is back again. I know a lot of you out there have been looking forward to this one. One more time, we are back again to the European leagues. The EPL is back. The Spanish league was back yesterday. Yes, the weekends we look forward to are back here again in Transit TV. Of course, I'm going to look at the game. Manchester United started this one with Fulham this season on a Friday. You know, for the past few years now, EPL has been started kicking off on Fridays with one game. I think I've done that twice. And this season is United at Old Trafford hosting Fulham. You always will bet on United to somehow get the 3 points on this one, though I predicted a draw in this game, which almost came to pass. But, of course, United snatched this one. A few minutes to go. The new boy, Joshua Zirkzee, got a very intelligent and smart goal for United to give them all 3 points in this one. And yes, here we go. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new here, and sit down, relax, and enjoy this one as we dive deep into some of the things, the highlights of the game, talking points of this game, and see how United has gone top of the league, first day of the league on this first day of the season. United 1, Fulham 0. Yes, like I said earlier on, you're always going to back United at Old Trafford to do whatever it takes to get all 3 points. It looked like it was going to be an illusion for them because Fulham had a relatively good performance, but though naive in certain areas, certain times of the game. But United somehow managed to find a way to win this one. It was not the greatest of performances for United, but one thing you can not take away from this game is that this was a much better performance from what we saw from the team last season, especially at this time of the season last year. Remember that first game was against Wolves. We did 1-0 as well, but the performance was not there at all. But today, you cannot fault the players for attitude, for professionalism, for giving it their all. Though there's still a lot of work to be done by Erik ten Hag on this team. They tried to play on the front foot, squeeze Fulham for the last part. They tried in the first half, in their own half. Though there was not much of penetration, but at least you could see the team stayed high. The fullbacks stayed as high as possible, and at the same time, now Mashara with the new boy on the right fullback, meaning that looks like from the left back. So United kind of was intentional. One thing you could take away from them was that they were ready to go forward to kind of make the team compact, make it feel compact. Unlike last season, Casemiro on this one was not exposed at all because the team stayed compact. And that moved, if the game panned out that way all through the first half. As time went on, Fulham survived the first onslaught, the first few minutes of United, and the game opened up and became an end-to-end game. In the first half, it was just 3 major chances, 2 going to United and 1 to Fulham. Fulham was just a half chance, 30 after a brilliant run in the midfield, tried to pick off Onana. Onana had a brilliant save, who also had a good game as well as a goalkeeper, a couple of deflecting shots that he managed to save. On the other hand, United had their own chances 4-2 after one of the greatest piece of play by United through in the middle of the defense of Fulham, and Casemiro crafted a very sumptuous through pass that set Bruno Fernandes one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he flopped his line. And the second one came again to Bruno, and he, at the same time, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, couldn't take the chance. And that was how first half ended 0-0. Of course, goals change games, or non-goals as well change. Fulham grew in confidence. It became an open game, end-to-end. United tried to bomb forward. But of course, when you're desperate to win games and push men forward, usually it develops, it means that you leave gaps behind the defense. And Fulham really exploited those gaps and spaces. Unfortunately for them as well, they could not take their own chances. There was one of the notable counters was the one that Andres Pereira, the former United player that came back home to his former home. There was a counter one-on-one with Tim Maguire, who is not one of the fastest defenders in EPL. And he will be on his left side. But somehow, I don't know, with all the spaces on that defense, because it was him and one of that Fulham player on the right side, and he will be on the left side, running at Maguire. And he couldn't just find a space to lay off for Iwobi. And he just, I don't know how he managed to make that pass too close to Maguire. Maguire had a very vital touch for United. They would have gone, I'm sure he would have finished that one. So after that, United bounced back. And still on United, Erik ten Hag made some weird defensive changes. I was wondering, is he around the 80th minute? Is he going for a draw? Has he accepted that he's not going to win this game, or what's going on here? Made some changes, took out almost the back four. It was only Martinez that was left. Martinez moved to the left side. Dalot was taken off. No, Masharu was taken off. Dalot went to the right side. Then he replaced the true centre half. Maguire was substituted. Masharu was substituted. He brought in Delayed, another new signing, and Johnny Evans. So I'm trying to make sense of that substitution. And it didn't really make. The only thing I could make out of it was Garnacho came in, and of course, Garnacho doesn't do more defensively. So he was given license to run at the full hand defense, and that he did very well. He had made a very, very good impact in this game for United. Created a couple of chances, and of course, would have wrapped up his performance with a very good goal after a loss from Rashford. That was a follow-up from Bassi, who flopped his legs in clearance, and Rashford ran on the goal with that, get a chance for Garnacho, and Garnacho surprisingly an open net just flopped his lines. So the game went on that way, and Joshua Zirkzee, the new boy, showed astute goal sense ability after latching on who made that cross? Was it Garnacho or Garnacho? One touch, just passed it onto Leno's right hand on the goalpost in a crowded middle of Fulham defense. You had Bassi there, you had what's his name? McTominay, that had already taken a swing on the ball, but Zirkzee was faster, and I really, really enjoyed that goal. It was a very, very intelligent goal, and you could see that he has good sense of scoring. And that made that United run away with the 3 points in this one. And of course, all of a sudden the changes by Erik ten Hag made sense. Though I still don't understand it. I didn't know why those defensive changes were made, because Fulham still had the chances that they had because United was bumping forward again. And talking about Fulham, because this game was played between two teams, Fulham and Manchester United. Fulham were brave. They had a very courageous performance against United today at Old Trafford. But at the same time, I would say they were naive because when you come to Old Trafford and manage to hold United to a 0-0 scoreline going into 88th minute, I mean, you take your draw. You take your draw and regroup again for next week. But they kept going and open up the game. Surprisingly, I was like, what's Silva thinking? And the goal that came in, he was like Fulham told United, make use of this space, get your goal, and be happy. Because there was a huge chunk of space in the middle of Fulham midfield. There was nobody there. United exploited it, and that's how this goal came in. So I would say Fulham, yes, courageous and brave performance. At the same time, very, very naive, both from the players and the coach. Again, they're also going to blame themselves because of missed chances. They had chances to score. They had chances to break away. Adama Traore, I didn't even know. By the way, I didn't even know he was in Fulham until the team list came out. Had chances to counter, but I mean, with all the speed, with all the power, they didn't have good footballing brain to support it, and meant that a lot of chances to counter and get goals for Fulham that came through his position were messed up and they wasted away. So Fulham only had themselves to blame on this one. They should have at least scored a goal. I know United also missed chances, but I think they should have scored a goal or defended their goalless scoreline at that 88th minute. But they left it open and kept bumping forward, and meant that they lost the game 1-0. And they had themselves to blame. Then we'll talk about the new players. The summer we are still in the transfer window, but teams sign players in summer to beef up their team. United had I've had I think 4 or 5 players coming now into the squad, and the ESR as well. Went to Fulham. So let's look at how these players performed. Masharawi for me, I'll give him a 5/10 or max 6 because of his attitude. He was available. He was, he was aggressive. He was present. You could see him. He did what a defender should do. Try to defend very well. But technically, I don't think that he's going to bring more to United. He's going to have that energy, that physical presence in the defense for United. I think he's also an athlete. So, he brought this aggression, this athleticism to United defense. And most of the time, he inverted. I mean, you can also say that he also played to instruction, which helped United to stay compact in the midfield. Then Zirkzee, what I did want to say, he came in as a sub, got the winning goal. I think the commentator said it was his 7th touch on the ball after just 11 minutes of coming in. Got the goal, winning goal for that matter. So for me, man of the match. I didn't really, aside that, it won't really say much. But again, he showed a very good sense of use of space and understanding the flow of the game. Then delete, I didn't see much of him. I'm not going to lie. He wasn't there for too long, and United didn't have much to do defensively because at the time they came in, it was more of trying to get the winning goal, and there wasn't really a tactical switch defensively. It was the same back for the same way that it was playing defense. But that's why I say the changes were weird for me. I didn't really understand what Ten Hag was trying to achieve with that. The only thing I could make sense of it was that he helped Garnacho to just stay forward and bump forward and put pressure on Fulham defense. Then another new boy was ESR. Again, a 5/10 performance. There was nothing special about his performance today. You could see he's still trying to learn, understand how Fulham plays. And he really needs to learn that quickly because Fulham is a team that plays in a high energy game. And I know he struggled to get playing time for Arsenal, who plays that way as well. So technically, of course, the ESR is very, very rich in that aspect. But physically, and again, you can also understand that because he didn't do preseason with Fulham. So I believe more is still going to come from him for Fulham. So that's how the game ended. So let me know what you think in the comment section. What's your take on United fans out there having seen this game today? What do you make about your team? Do you think there's an improvement from this season to from last season to what you just saw today? I mean, attitude-wise, from my own side, I don't think there's anything you can fault the players. They really gave it their all. But I also believe that there's still so much work to be done by Erik ten Hag on this team if they want to compete. But first day of the season, United 3 points, top of the table, and they regroup and go again next week. So let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you have not done so at this point. And I'll see you in the comment section and for next games tomorrow. Ciao.